So on Netflix, they have this 25th anniversary thing for Def Comedy Jam, right? And I was checking that out, and eventually, of course, as every uh, anniversary esque thing is wont to do, they have the in memoriam, which is a bunch of people that done fucking died in between when the thing, in this case Def Comedy Jam, happened at first and now. So all the people who died in between that were a part of that show, they made a little video package, and it was it was nice and sweet and all that stuff. But I just, it got me thinking, because during the thing they had the Faith Evans song "I'll Be Missing You" playing, and that got me to thinking about how often that song is used with very similar video packages. And I'm just wondering, because like when she first made that song, like when they first was in the the grand environment of music, and it was just everywhere, right? When it first came out, it was because she had just lost her significant other, right? So it was very emotional and powerful for her. But at this point, because of how it's used, it makes me wonder, like, does it bother her when she's seeing a video package and hearing her song, but the person or like the people that are being honored are people she didn't like when they were alive? Like, I just wonder if that would get to her. Cause like, when you're first making something like that, you have no idea how big it's gonna get. She didn't know that she was making the "Y'all Dead" anthem. She didn't fucking know that when she was first making it. She was just making this thing because, like, artists get in their feelings and make shit based on their feelings. So there's no way she could have known, like, okay, motherfuckers 10, 20 years from now are still gonna be using this song to describe how they feel because motherfuckers dead. Ain't even necessarily people they were fucking or anything like my situation. Just people that they genuinely like and just want to, say, like, I'm gonna be missing you in this world. Like, there's no way she knew that. So now she basically has to sit around and be like, I ain't even like that motherfucker, and y'all using my shit. Like, I guess there's some type of disconnect you have to have as a musical artist, because I guess that shit happens in movies a lot too, where it's like the song that you made is being used in a movie that's shit, or that you find to be shit, and you just gotta you gotta deal with it. I wonder if she got royalties for that. I wonder if she still gets royalties for the way people use that song, or if they just use it and then just deal with it if she goes after them. I wonder a lot of shit. Like, another thing I wonder is, how good is crab meat to where people thought, I need to make an imitation of this? Cause like, there's no imitation steak, right? I ain't heard, well, I mean, maybe there is, and I just ain't going down that aisle in the grocery store. I don't fucking know. I haven't heard of any imitation. Well, actually, no, I have. I have heard of imitation shrimp. Okay, maybe it's seafoods. Maybe it's just seafoods that are this way, to where it's not specifically crab. Is there imitation? Is there like an imitation catfish? But isn't catfish like gross? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like, how many imitation seafood items are there? Because I know there's crab meat, It always weirds me out that like people would make, because I guess maybe they just call it something different. Like I guess imitation ham would be spam, right? I mean that's, I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to imitate ham with that though. It's kind of hammy. It's just like really thick ham. I don't fucking know. But that's just another thing that I was wondering. Just weird stuff sometimes. Stuff that I just don't understand. Like I don't understand why, and I'm gonna touch on last week's topic. I don't understand why people wear Superman S's when they go to the gym. I don't fucking understand that. The one person you ain't never gonna find in the gym, unless he's saving somebody, is fucking Superman. He doesn't fucking work out to get that. Superman doesn't go to the gym. Never would he ever have to go to the gym. His muscles were given to him by the fucking sky. I went over this. His physique was gifted to him by the fucking sky. Like, no, like you don't wear the S or the not an S because it means hope. You don't wear the emblem when you go to the gym because you're doing the one thing he never fucking does. You know, you should wear the S when you go fucking grocery shopping. You should wear the S when you're sitting around watching shit. Wear the S when you're fucking. There's no reason to wear the S when you're in the fucking gym. And I see that shit not because I go to the gym. No. No, I doesn't. But because I see, like, you know, for some reason people record other people in gyms on occasion for television, and I see this shit and I'm like, what the fuck has he got on a damn Superman shirt for? I guess it's because, you know, he's trying to get in Superman shape. You get in Superman shape, then you put the fucking Superman shirt on. You don't wear the shit when you go work out because that's not what the fuck Kryptonians do. Not on Earth. Maybe if they're in on another planet with another sun or something somewhere like that, then maybe they need to fucking work out and all that shit. But on Earth, you don't need that shit. You wouldn't fucking, there's no reason for him to go to the gym. In fact, that should be the fucking dead giveaway as far as who his secret identity is. Look for the dude that is stacked to the fucking moon as far as muscles are concerned, who never fucking goes to the gym. Doesn't even have weights in his house. Because he doesn't have to fucking do shit to earn any of that. Oh, man. That's another thing I wonder. I also wonder if there are, like, there are online societies for a lot of shit. But I just wonder how specific and how weird that goes. Like, I wonder if there's an online society centered around not washing your hands every time you go to the bathroom. You know, like I wonder if there's an online society centered around people who like are just obsessed with calendars with animals on them. Like, just weird, specific shit. I just, one day I'm gonna have to sit down on, I don't know, Reddit or some shit and just like go through various subreddits looking for this type of fetishy, weird, specific shit. Cause I wonder, like, what if there's a person Well, not a person. What if there's a group of people that like collect different types of medicine bottles from different pharmacies? Why would you do that? Who fucking knows? But last week, or the week before last, we talked about a dude collecting dicks in jars. So it got me thinking, like, how much other shit just gets collected just randomly by people? Like, are there people who pick their teeth and then keep that? Like, they keep the little bits of food that are on the, like, I don't know. Probably not. But at this point, I ask myself, well, not ask myself, I tell myself that it's 2017, and then the self that wants to believe that shit is just too crazy to exist, it turns off and it's like, oh fuck, it's probably real. Like, there's a movie with pro wrestlers in it, like Kevin Nash and Luke Gallows. And I don't know if there are more, but I remember those two names. And they're in a movie called Slaw, S-L-A-W, right? The imagery on the poster was like, it was like the same as the first poster for the Saw movie with the cut off foot, except it was a hand with coleslaw in it. I have no idea what the fuck this movie is even supposed to mean. I have no idea why it exists. But when I first saw the poster, it was because Kevin Nash tweeted it out and was telling people to watch it. And I was like, bullshit, that's not real. There's no fucking way that that's real. That's impossible. And then my other brain was just like, it's 2017. And then I was just like, oh shit. This is fucking real, isn't it? I scrolled down through the whatchamacallits, the replies to the tweet. I'm just looking through shit. And then I see the IMDb page for Slaw. And I'm like, no. And I go and I look at the shit and I'm like, this is a real fucking movie. This exists. I still don't know what it's about. I still have no fucking clue. I don't know. I don't know what it's about. But that shit threw me. Cause I was like, nothing is too crazy to exist in 2017. Nothing. You can tell me anything and I would have to fact check that shit. I'm be like, so you're telling me that you saw a dinosaur on Main Street? Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go ask some shop owners what the fuck was going down on Main Street today. Like, I can't discredit shit. I saw on Facebook yesterday the Young Turks talking about a 5,000-mile storm that is going from China to the United States. A fucking storm. A storm. Fucking rain and clouds and all that shit for 5,000 miles. 5,000. If you'd have told me that shit in 2010 when we had hope, I'd have been like, man, you full of shit. Today, yo, I get you. I totally believe that shit. I totally believe that there's a 5,000 mile fucking rainstorm just happening off in the waters somewhere. What are we gonna do about it? Shit. What are we going to do about it? What are we gonna do about it? We ain't gonna do a damn thing about it. That's nature. Let me tell you something. You know what we do about hurricanes? We fix the shit after. That's what we do about hurricanes. You know what we do about fucking 5,000-mile rainstorms? We leave that shit out there. The fuck? What we supposed to do? We finna go break up the clouds or some shit? No. Finna leave that shit alone. You know, somebody called it, I think it was called the Big Dark. Like, that's fucking terrifying. Can you just imagine being a pirate during that shit? Like you're just rolling around in the ocean, and then all of a sudden you come across a 5,000-mile storm that's just water and darkness. Like just rainfall and black. And you're on Earth. You ain't left the planet. This ain't space. You're on Earth. And there's fucking black and rain. That's just all that there is. And you're like, if I look over there, I can't see anything. If I look over there, I can't see any way around this fucking thing. Like, it's 5,000. What the fuck are you gonna do? You just gonna go through it? Like shit, you better give it a catchy name now, because that shit stays around. That's the new Bermuda Triangle. If that shit stays, ships are gonna go into that shit and they are not gonna come out. It's gonna be fucking over. Cause like what? That's not normal. It's not normal. The planet is trying to tell us something. It's not normal. Oh man. And another thing I don't understand is like why people think that accepting Trumpisms is making fun of him somehow. Why would you act like bigly is a word if you're trying to make fun of this fucker? Like when he makes up some dumb shit, don't accept it and put it into the lexicon of human speech. Don't fucking do that. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to look at what he said and be like, man, that was really fucking stupid. And then you leave it there. You don't fucking start, because like now I'm seeing in shit that's designed to make fun of him, I see the word bigly. And I'm like, don't use it like a word. It's not a fucking word. No, you're fucking the shit up. Now he's gonna be like, yeah, I made up a word to describe bigger things than big things because it's bigly. Like, he's gonna take credit for you saying the word. So don't fucking accept the word. That's fucking. I don't know. I'm just, I see the shit and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So, I mean, there's just, those are things I wonder. I saw a headline recently. We're going to go over it. And it is also something I wondered about. Once I read it, I wondered how this was possible. I wondered why this happened. As usual, I also wonder if it's real. But also, as usual, it's 2017, so I can't write off shit. I can't. I fucking can't. So, here is the headline. Florida man drops down pants and sodomizes pink flamingo to death. Now, I want him to get something just clear right off the bat, okay? Hashtag not all Florida. I know that there are Floridians who don't fuck large pink birds to death. I know. But when I read Florida Man, I gotta admit to you, the story felt a lot more real to me. Like at first when I read the headline, before factoring in Florida as a piece of this puzzle, I thought 20% versus 80% that it wasn't real. I'm like, bullshit. When I thought about Florida, that brought me up 60-40 that it probably was. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right? And another thing, you know, if this story is true, if this is real, that a bird did lose its life, and that is a tragedy. But at the same time, the true focus to me is the insanity of this fat fuck. Yes, he is a fat fuck. I see it on the picture. He's a fat fuck. His neck, he's got one of those necks where it looks like the ear just goes down into the shoulder with no curve. You know, like most people have a curve that goes into the neck, and that's how you know where the neck is. This one, it's just the earlobe, and then there's just a straight down line right into shoulder territory. I don't understand, like, you know, the neck is somewhere in there, but it just so much skin has just been packed up into the shit that there's no curve. There's no nothing. So let's go ahead and get to this tale here. Tampa Bay, Florida, right? A 23-year-old man, whole life ahead of him, has been arrested this morning at Tampa Bay's Busch Gardens after he allegedly proceeded to sexually assault a pink flamingo in front of horrified bystanders. All right, first point. Horrified bystanders? Bystanders? Who the fuck watches a dude fuck a bird and doesn't do shit? Look, men especially know how vulnerable fucking is as a whole. Am I wrong? This dude, like, unless he has a straight up gun to everybody else while he's fucking this animal, I don't understand how the fuck a dude couldn't just come in and get in a right cross and just stop the shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how a dude can fuck a bird and nobody does anything. Men maybe it's just me. But if I'm having sex, all of my focus has to go there. And I'm not gonna be able to fucking fight somebody. Those are two whole different worlds to me, is trying to fight somebody and trying to have sex. Like, those are not. Well, then again, I've never done drugs, and this dude's probably high off his ass on some shit. So maybe if you are on some shit, then maybe you can, you know, do both. I personally ain't never been in a state of mind where I could do both. It doesn't fucking happen. But okay, shocked witnesses saw Eduardo Jose Rafael Sanchez. That name sounds made up as fuck and racist. I don't know, yo. I might have to call bullshit on this article. You better get the fuck out of here with your Eduardo Jose Rafael Sanchez. Like, for real? That sounds racist as fuck. All right, 23. Drop down his pants and jump into the flamingo pen before capturing Skittles, an 8-year-old male flamingo, and attempting to perform anal sex on the poor animal. All right, let me get this straight. He pulled his pants down and then jumped into the flamingo. Like, he didn't like jump the gate and then pull his shit down. Did he run at this animal with his pants around his ankles? Did that happen? Why do we need to know that the deceased bird's name is fucking Skittles? Why did we need to know that? First of all, why would you name a fucking pink flamingo Skittles when there ain't no pink Skittles outside of specialty packs? All right, whatever. So it's an 8-year-old male flamingo because we need to know that the bird is male, because then it throws being gay on top of this dude fucking a bird. Look, I don't give a shit what gender the bird is. You're fucking a bird. He didn't know what gender the bird was. He didn't fucking know, because birds got it like that. They can hide their dicks, or they can, like they don't. We had a bird. We didn't know what the fuck sex it was. We didn't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe flamingos are different. They're just, slinging some dick around or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know them like that. But I'm just saying, we ain't need to know that it was male, because now you're just trying to make him gay. And like, who gives a fuck if he's gay? But does fucking a dude bird make you gay? Because you're just fucking a bird. Like, it's not. What the? I don't know. All right, so my 4-year-old pulled on my shirt, pointing to the man, saying, "Mommy, mommy, look at that man. He's riding the flamingo," reported one eyewitness. You fucked a bird in front of the children. Poor thing thought he was riding it. Well, I mean, that's an interesting take. Kids started crying all over the place. Oh, God. I don't know. I depending on how old he is, I think that I would have one of the few kids who weren't crying, but were just looking like, yeah, what? No, like, I think that my kid would have been disturbed, but not necessarily crying. He might even be trying to understand, like, what's he doing, Daddy? What's he doing? But kids started crying all over the place. There must have been at least 40 people watching the scene. And that's another fucking thing. Like, the same way that teacher took a shit in front of all them kids, this dude fucked a bird in front of 40 people, including children? How are these people, like, there's just no shame. There's no fucking shame anymore. All right, another eyewitness then said, the guy then screamed out like he had just had an orgasm, and then just threw the bird on the side and put his pants back on like it was totally normal. Like he had done this every single day of his life. Okay, screamed out like he had just had an orgasm. Now, I don't know if it's TMI. I don't scream when that happens. It wouldn't be normal for me to hear somebody scream when that happened. So I don't know if I'm weird or if everybody out there is just hollering when they hit the high note. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's a thing that happens. It's not something that happens with me, but apparently, like, I've heard this other guy. He was on it was on a podcast I was listening to years ago, and they were talking about this dude. I think he was either a comedian or he was a I want to say songstress, he couldn't have been a song. He was like a musical performer, like a guitarist or a vocalist, some shit like that. And he was banging some girl, and he climaxed, and he's like it was really aggressive. Might have been an actor. I don't even fucking remember. But he got really, it was really aggressive. And I was like, what the fuck? And then he talked about how he was on drugs and shit. And I'm thinking, like, maybe that is what was going on here. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But it's just, that's screaming out stuff, yo. I don't know what's going on with that. It seems like people who do that don't tend to be the most normal. You know, this dude's fucking a bird. This guy was on the shit. You know, like, I don't know. Oh my goodness. They have a picture here of a woman crying. Apparently, she was the one whose kid told her that the man was riding the flamingo. So she's distraught and fucked up, which isn't funny, but at the same time, like, come on, nothing really happened to your kid. You know, calm the fuck down. All right, internal bleeding. Oh, that's a great topic. Although the offender was rapidly apprehended by I wouldn't really be starting to brag about rapidly apprehending somebody. You would think that if it was so rapid, the shit wouldn't have happened in the first place. But rapidly apprehended by Busch Gardens security agents. Like, where the fuck were they? How did this dude get all the way to completion and had time to pull his shit up before the guards came? How the fuck? I don't understand. All right. Apprehended by Busch Gardens security agents, the damage to the animal had already been done as it died of internal bleeding hours later. Goodness gracious. It had to sit with that for hours. Hours. Knowing it had been fucked by this gross fucking human. Ugh. And you wonder why animals hate us. The hemorrhaging was impossible. Like, that's something that an animal wouldn't fucking do. Can you think about how amazing that is? How animals don't do that shit, but we would? How we'd fuck anything in the, in the fucking animal kingdom with a hole even remotely big enough to fit us? Animals don't even do that shit. Like, some creatures will fuck things they ain't got no business fucking. I've seen that kind of shit before, just reading around online. I've seen that. But on a whole, like, there isn't just like one species that just fucks everything. Like, a lion ain't gonna fuck everything in the jungle or in the fucking pride lands. Like, that it might fuck every lioness, might fuck a few lions as well, but it's not gonna go fucking, I don't know, rhinos and shit. Like, it's not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be out here trying to get its dick in elephants or in fucking pigs and shit. Like, it's not gonna do that. A human would fuck every animal I just mentioned plus other ones. There are women out here who fuck horses and donkeys. There are men out here fucking flamingos. Like, what? Animals have more strict laws in their DNA than we do. We are very fast and loose with what we'll fuck. Which is really a damn shame. But you just gotta accept there are just some ways animals are just better than we are. There are some ways that animals are more decent motherfuckers than we are. and that's just, you know, a motherfucker will beat your ass because you stepped on his shoes. Animals don't do that. Animals don't do that. But okay, let's continue on this sad tale of loss. The hemorrhaging was impossible to stop. The animal could not withstand such a large object tearing up its anal cavity. Well, way to compliment this fucker, but whatever. Busch Garden veterinarian Alan Thompson explained, like, wow, dude, can you imagine being there that day on the job when you're the vet? Just thinking, like, damn. Like, what did they do? Did they just bring that that flamingo to you and just flop him on the table and you gotta look at him like, what the fuck happened? or do you get the call like, yeah, we're gonna need you at the flamingo pens. Hey doc, yeah, bring all the things. We don't know what you're gonna need. Bring all the things. Anything that can help a flamingo with anything, put it in the bag. He's gotta run over there and see this. What the shit happened? Like, did they have him standing there? Or had they already taken him off to someplace? Because did they just be like, this guy right here, fuck this bird, and he's gonna be like, well, when you say fuck, you mean he like fucked it up? No, we mean with his dick. Oh, are you serious, bro? Like that's just fucking wild. That's wild. That is wild that this fucker just fucked a bird to death. And then somebody had to come and look at the damage like, hey man, what the... Like, was he just standing there and he could be like, oh, you were really excited, weren't you? Like, what the fuck? Man, I just can imagine going through that process as a, like, it's just, it boggles my mind. Okay. Poor Alan Thompson, along with poor bird. Flamingos have extremely small genitals, and sodomy is not known to be part of their sexual habits, he told reporters. What was the question? What was the fucking question, right? What the fuck? Who was he answering? Like, was somebody in the press talking about, yeah, so why did the bird die and not just stretch it out? Like, is that what the question was? Like, what? I don't understand why. Like, I don't like, I don't get why he would feel the need to tell reporters that he fucked a bird and the bird died. Let's not go in talk, body shaming the fucking flamingos and shit. Talking about, yeah, well, they got small junk and they don't really do sodomy too often. Like, that ain't got nothing. He fucked a bird and the bird died. Okay? That's your story, bitch. Go and report this. Go report that. Just say he put his dick in this pink fucking huge animal and it fucking died. Okay? Why don't you fill in the blanks? Okay? Shit. Skittles could just not sustain such intense physical abuse. Oh my goodness. He added, visibly angered by the whole affair. Yeah, I'd be mad too. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I loved animals enough to be a veterinarian to the point where I worked on a fucking, I don't know what kind of zoo type shit this thing was, but to work at a place like that, and be hired at a place like that because of how knowledgeable and caring I am about animals, to hear that this fucking animal bird rapist just comes in the fucking gate and just rapes Skittles to death, that would piss me right the fuck off. Oh man, I'd want his junk hanging on my wall as a reminder. Does anybody who's even thinking about doing this shit, show them the Skittles dick. Show them that one. All right. So, although sexual assaults by humans on pink flamingos are basically unheard of in the United States, that's fairly specific of a sentence starter. A 2014 Worldwide Fund for Nature study found that the practice was still fairly common in certain regions of Mexico and other Latin American countries where cultural belief still holds that sex with a pink flamingo may bring luck and prosperity. And that is where the story ends. Okay, now I think I'm back to 3070. This shit can't be real. Because this last paragraph is bringing out like a fucking agenda. Like, now you want to make Mexicans and Latin Americans look like fucking animals because they're just down there fucking these birds, likely to death. Because, you know, fat people ain't known for having the biggest dicks. Let me roll back as to why I would just say that. All right, so we've already established that the dude in this story is a fat fuck. All right, neck going ear to fucking shoulder, straight down. Okay, we've already established that he's a pretty fat fuck, right? Some shit I read a while ago or saw on TV or something said that, you know, when you're fat, you're more likely to have more estrogen than not, and that had something to do with your dick size or something like that. So I don't know if it's law or anything, I don't fucking care, but chances are this dude didn't have the biggest dick, right? So if he doesn't have the biggest dick, and these fucking Mexicans and Latin Americans are down here running around fucking pink flamingos all the time, then they're probably killing them on a normal basis. And if that's the fucking case, I think it would be, I don't know, I think that it would have been covered a lot earlier and maybe in a lot more sources. But I don't really watch the news, so maybe it is. Maybe there's like a little footnote at midnight on CNN at some point that just goes over how many pink flamingos been fucked to death this evening. You know, like maybe that's a thing. I don't fucking know. All I'm saying is I'm more likely to believe this shit to not be real just off the fact that now all of a sudden we got Mexicans and Latin Americans looking like fucking beasts at the end of this article, where it started off as this one fat fuck who happens to be white, of course, fucking this bird to death like a weirdo. And then you tell me that it's just common amongst these brown people? I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying it's brought my needle back down because I don't fucking know. I don't know. It just sounds like an agenda, but I don't fucking know. I don't live in Mexico. I don't live in Latin America. I don't fucking know. I don't live around flamingos. All right? Flamingos might be getting fucked in the hood if they were here. I don't fucking know. I mean, I don't know, man. Some men just might see pink and just be like, yo, I need to fuck it. I don't know. I just, again, things I wonder. Things I'm wondering. So, anywho, thank you for listening to this insanity. And I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself.